Alright guys, some of you know, some of you probably don't know, but my name is Jeff. People call me Jeff, and you guys call me Jeff. So my brother Eric came over to my house the other day, and we were talking about actually going to the movies. We went to the movies. So the time we went to go see uh, Fast and Furious 6, and before we went, we had time to spare, like maybe 2.5, 3 hours or whatever. And we were talking about testimonies, and he was like, Jeffrey, you should do a video on your testimony. And I watched his, and I've heard his testimony multiple times actually, but I never actually saw the video. But I thought I should do a testimony on my video. He thought I should do it too, and hopefully some people can take something from it. But so um, lately, I've actually the beginning of my second semester at UC Merced. I went through a tough time, uh, basically dealing with a relationship, and things went south, and things didn't go the way that I hoped for, and the way that I planned for it to go. And when that happened, and the relationship I was in, I'm no longer in now. Um, I was in a depressed state of mind, and uh, seemed like I couldn't do no right. It seemed like everything I was doing was wrong to people, and I just didn't know what to do. And so, at times in life, though, I realized that uh, that I feel like I was given everything. Like my mom and my dad and my brothers, they were always there, and they were always there to give me everything or anything that I needed. And it wasn't like really a struggle for me to get anything. And so to be faced with something like my situation, where I felt like this person was everything to me, and then all of a sudden the person is just now gone. It's kind of like, wow, like what am I gonna do with my life now? And then as I was going through this depressed state of mind, whatever the case may be, I was angry all the time. I couldn't really sleep, and it was just frustrating. And I just tried to make things better, but the more I tried to make things better with my situation, really things got worse. And so there was a time where I just I'm not sure exactly where it started, or how it started, but I started going to a Christian fellowship group camp on campus, Chi Alpha, and started going to the worship practice, and singing and worshiping to God. And through that, that's when a small change happened in me. And when a small change happened in me, I realized that wow, like I'm starting to be different. Things are I feel a happiness inside of me. I'm not completely happy, but there it's a happiness. It's more than what I've encountered lately. So I felt like why not go after that? Why not go for that happiness that I've always wanted, or that I'm looking for right now? And so the more I got involved in Chi Alpha, and the more that I started singing and worshiping, I mean, I would literally get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and just first thing I would do, I pray for about a good 10 minutes, and then I'm just in my room by myself. I don't need nobody to worship to God, and I'm just in the room by myself, just giving all the glory to Him, and just thanking Him for everything that He's done for me, and just asking Him to forgive me for not coming to Him sooner, because a lot of times we feel like, well, a lot of times I feel like not only me but other people too, when we're going through situations where it seems like everything's great and everything's fine and everything is like on the path that you set, but not the path that God has set for you, but the path that you have set. You feel like everything's great, and later on you're gonna realize that that's a problem. Everything that you do in life, with with by yourself, or with your friends, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or in marriage later on, you always have to put God first. And if you don't put God first, then things may seem great, but if you think about it, things can even be greater if God was put first. So I'm not going to say that your situation is bad without God. I'm just going to say that your situation can be greater with God. And so I think people forget about that, because I was the one that forgot about that. And I feel like I needed to change, and I made a change, and I gave it all to God. I got baptized again. I feel like that the first time I got baptized, I didn't know when I got baptized. I know where I got baptized. I know that. I love my ET family to death. And I know Pastor Markin was the one that baptized me for my first time. And I felt like I need to get baptized again because I didn't know the significant meaning of getting baptized the first time I did get baptized. So I thought it was essential that I get it again. And uh, a testimony that I'm giving now is the kind of the same testimony I gave when I got before I got baptized. But another thing was that when I got baptized, the testimony that I said, one of the key things that I said in there was that I feel like how should I put it? Sometimes you realize that unfortunately, sometimes you realize that when you've tried every single person in your family or your friends in your life, whatever, to ask for help, and even after you ask all of them for help, there's no hope. You feel like you can't do anything. Honestly, you have no choice. I feel like you have no choice but to turn to God. Now, God wants you to seek Him first before anybody. But in my situation, it came to a point where I was like, Eric, what should I do? I mean, I asked Eric about everything. If anybody knows me, and everybody knows me, I ask my brother Eric for just about anything and everything. If I need advice, I go to Eric. And it's kind of like after a while, I can't go to Eric every single time. I got to go to Jesus because he's the one that has all the answers. And so I just like I said, I just gave it all to Him, and I've been turning my life around. And it's been a struggle because when you're trying to change your life around and people don't believe in you, they're gonna try to discourage you in every single way. And in my situation, when I was going throughout the process, when I was trying to change my life around, I actually used their discouraging words that they aimed at me. I mean, some of the words that some of the things that people said. I mean, if they look at this video, they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, he's talking about me." But I'm not up here to talk about anybody or anything like that. But some of the words that they said, they didn't say deliberately to me, but I mean, I know that they were talking about me. And honestly, I thank you for that though, because it strengthened me to even want to not only to prove to you guys that I can do it, but just to show you guys that I can change. I can go in the right direction, and I can also bring people behind me because it's not all about yourself. It's not all about you getting to the kingdom of heaven. It's about you getting to the kingdom of heaven and bringing people behind you. It's one of the things that I learned in Chi Alpha during one of the sermons that Jamil had preached was like you don't want to be a monument. You don't want to be like, oh, that was Jeffrey, he changed his life. No, I want to be a legacy. I want somebody to be like, no, this is what Jeffrey did, and I'm going to continue in his footsteps. And after that, then when somebody else comes, they're going to continue and continue and continue to do the same thing that maybe once I first started, or when somebody else has started, or like I'm learning from Eric and Jamil and Jeremy and other people like that. So I just hope that you guys continue to pray for me, because the thing that I always say that is always funny to me. The struggle is real. But if you give it to God, God will change your life around, and whatever you give out, He gives back to you 10 times. And so you can't expect to change little here and then expect God to do everything. No, you have to take the necessary steps to let God guide you in the path that He has laid for you. God will lay the path for you, but if you don't do anything and you just watch Him lay the path, then you're not doing your part. So it's all about praying and being faithful and having that faith in God that He will lay that path for you, and just give it all to Him, even if things don't make sense. Because there's going to be a lot of times where things happen in your life where they don't make sense, and you have no choice. You're confused, but I feel like at times God tests us to realize to get us to see if or He wants to see if we're actually going to follow him, even though it seems like we're walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And so, it's all everything. It's not everything that we do, but a lot of things that God does to us is a test. Are we ready for the blessings that He's going to give us later on? He gives us. You can't expect God to give you a giant blessing, all at once. He starts off small and then gradually gets big. He prepares you for the blessings that He's going to give you later on. So don't get discouraged from the small blessings that He gives you in the beginning, because I'll always keep in mind that there are going to be bigger and greater blessings. And so I thank you guys. I love you guys, and I hope you guys took something from this testimony. And me and Eric are supposed to be getting together and doing some videos soon. So, all right then. Love you guys. Thanks.